The Critter Barn in Zeeland continues to teach kids and families about agriculture and farming. Community Affairs Director Casey Jones paid them a visit to find out more on their mission.
It was an act of community generosity in June of 1984 that transformed this family property into a farm. Well, for the last 38 years, they have proven to that community and beyond that they are a real farm. But spend a day here at the Critter Barn and you'll quickly realize that they're more than that. They're a real classroom. And we're putting them in our Connecting with Community spotlight.
I say to kids, so how are you when mother says, dinner's ready, it's on the table? Yeah, we're coming, right? And then I said, wait till you see my goats when I call them for breakfast. Like a shot out of a cannon. I want to welcome you to the Critter Barn. My name's Miss Mary. The Critter Barn reconnects kids to the natural world through farming, through experiences with animals and nature here at the farm.
It may seem like an unconventional way.
So are you surprised? I really meant she was big.
Yeah.
As you follow Critter Barn founder Mary Rotschafer around on a field trip visit.
Yep. Okay, everybody watch. Here goes the corn.
But of course, that's because nothing has ever been conventional here. Since its very beginnings, nearly 40 years ago.
That was like 3 months after we moved in. We got the animals. Oh yeah, they didn't wait. So my church choir planned a choir party right after we moved here. So we moved in April, party was in June.
The choir came ready to work, then play. They painted the barn for the family in a new home that was only meant for a bigger garden.
We were pretty surprised.
Then they threw a comedy show and gifted the family their first animals.
And so we started hauling out fencing the next day in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and we put up one fence that contained the sheep, the 2 pigs, a goat. It was just a fun event that I don't think anybody had a view of what was on the horizon. How can you anticipate that?
That hobby farm grew into the Critter Barn, named by her daughter and admired by former colleagues from the classroom.
I had 4 people that literally at different times during 1 week in May approached me and said, could I bring my class here for a field trip? And they're from different school systems, different connections. It was uncanny. Before I know it, I had 957 kids that came for field trips, and the next year it was up to 3,100.
The Critter Barn's not a petting zoo. It's a real farm where animals come and go, meat and veggies are harvested, and it's through that unique approach Rotschafer has been able to teach young and old minds where food comes from, the lesson of agriculture.
From age 2 to 92, and how many times are we told, don't try to be everything to everybody, but food, sustainability, the world of nature, that's a lot, and it impacts everybody, because we all need to eat, and we all live in this world, and we need to be good stewards of this world.
While the list of amenities includes a variety of programs and classes, teaching and volunteer opportunities, or $6 public visits, the barn offers much more than that.
But when you interact with an animal, and you're feeding it, and it responds to you, some people call that unconditional love that an animal shows to an individual, or affection. They reach back. And I think that's the magic. I think that's the magic sauce. It's that interaction that we have with the natural world that was created for us to enjoy and care for.
In 38 years, the barn has outgrown the 3-acre space born from the bellows of a church choir. They were gifted 27 acres, where they started a new Critter Barn, a fully accessible campus with old barns, global barns, different types of animal farming buildings, showing how farmers raise livestock today and teaching the history of agriculture through the phrase, farmers feed the world, by living proof that a little love and nurturing can grow things beyond expectation.
I think that's the beauty of the Critter Barn, is like I didn't know anything. And I went to the people who gave us the animals initially. I leaned on a veterinarian, started to join organizations that represent commodities, things that I didn't know anything about. It's been an exciting learning curve. When you talk about the magic sauce, I think for adults, we are created with that desire to learn inside of us. Everybody wants to learn. gaining knowledge is always interesting or fascinating.
The plan is to have that new farm and the facilities open by the fall of this year. It's a $7 million project that they've estimated they've likely raised $4 million for already. For News 8, I'm Casey Jones, connecting with community.